And in between that, still cutting down trees, climbing trees, and all that other stuff in between.
My name is Terrell Lee. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I work at a small used car lot just to get out of the house.
I discovered this whole community of traders in the trade room, which, you know, I was sitting in front of my computer at home all by myself, and now all of a sudden here is this community out there, which I found very generous. Everybody was so supportive and welcoming. It just really blew me away.
What makes us so different than other schools is that we're just not your typical school that's just going to teach you how to trade. We're going to go out there and be part of a family, be part of a team. We're looking for traders that we could trade together.
My name is Josh Levitin. I'm from Bethpage, New York, and I'm the senior instructor here at Cybertron University. What makes our on-site class so great, aside from the networking aspect of it all, just having our students meet each other for the first time, is the fact that myself and Fausto are very hands-on with our students in the sense of just being able to literally overlook their shoulder and watch their trade, what they're focused on from their platform.
Some news came out and the thing just popped.
While I can comment on what they should focus on online, they might not be able to understand that as well compared to having us right there in front of them.
I kind of like the idea of not being in front of a computer 8 hours a day, because I can't do that. So I kind of like the idea of doing it in the morning and then going to do all the other stuff I need to do.
Everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner. Yeah, it's like it's not worth it.
When I spoke to Fausto on the phone and he interviewed me, the thing he said the hardest thing for me to do would be to unlearn the things that I previously learned. And it turns out that's 100% true. And the stuff that I'm learning from him and from Josh and everybody has really made all the difference in the world in understanding what a day trader is and how it actually works.
Fausto and the staff at CTU University, they're really on top of everything. They give you good trade choices, and they keep you alert onto whatever's happening in the market at the time for the day.
Right, so we made a profit. What did I just say earlier? Just take the money and run, because guess what? If you didn't take it, how would you be doing right now? Now you're losing money. You're just trying to make that day's pay. That's all you're looking to do. You got it, you made it. Listen, for every stock, if that kept on going, for everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner.
I don't think you're going to find a better support team in the stock trading business anywhere. That's why I'm here at the platinum level.
You know, a lot of people want to go out there and trade and don't know if it's for them or not. And guess what? That's okay, because it's not. And the thing you have to look at is you have to find a mentor, you have to find a school, you have to sample a couple of things with a couple of schools out there, do a couple of classes, and you make the choice. But don't make the biggest mistake that people make. Go out there and be part of 90%, maybe even higher, of the failure rate in today's industry, because people want to try it before they learn. I mean, would you ever want someone to work on your loved ones that never went to med school? Or how about just giving them finance money to some financial planner that never learned finance? We are no different, but you are on the right path. The right path is you should be doing it on your own. And by doing it on your own, you need a mentor to show you how to do it. And that's what you're going to get here at Cybertron University. All right, traders, welcome. This is Fausto from Cybertron University. Let me get a little chat back. If you could hear me loud and clear, please. Just want to do a quick audio check. All right, thank you very much. Renzo, Chori, good. Thank you very much. All right, sounds good. All right, let me just get the webcam up and running so everybody can see me perfectly. All right, good. Well, welcome everyone. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that quick little video. That was just a basic video of some students that have gone through the C2 program, making you understand what kind of university we are, where we kind of not just more or less train you, but we're looking for people that we could trade together with. And hopefully that you're one of them. And I'm going to do the best I can to kind of show you why everybody wants to get into the trading business. You know, why is everyone so concerned about losing their jobs and going out of business. Well, you know what? There is an easier way. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to maybe start a new career, but the thing is, you can't jump into this business unless you're going to learn to do it the right way. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to show you how to make a full-time income as a part-time trader, because trading is not a full-time. It's a part-time type of a business. Now, like you just saw earlier, hopefully everybody has done their homework, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about CTU. And I'm going to get right into the strategy of Cybertron University. Let me just tell you what we're going to be covering. We're going to talk about how to follow the smart money, meaning who's running up these stocks, why they go up and down the way they do. We're going to talk about why 90% of traders struggle to be consistent. You see, here at Cybertron University, we don't teach you how to make money. We don't tell you what to buy. That's illegal, okay? You probably already know that by seeing other people getting in trouble for it. No, what we do is we teach you how to control your losses, how to journal, how to think for yourself. That's what you have to learn to be very successful. Listen, if I'm a business owner and I'm looking to hire you as a new employee, I can't tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you once, and you got to go out there and make me money. That's how we all do it, okay? But if you can't do it, what do we need you for? That's how you become very successful as a trader. We're going to talk about what is time in sales. I was just talking to a student just recently. He says, my God, it finally makes sense. Here I am trading. Oops, sorry about that. I finally have a trader that comes out there and says, oh, now I know where a chart gets his data from. He gets it from time in sales. We're going to talk about that, and we'll show you how to read charts very consistently, where 80% of you are reading them backwards. Now, if you haven't done your homework already, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, I've been doing this for over 25 years. I love what I do, but I'm also looking to make money, and I'm looking for traders to teach them how to play it. Now, the way and how I've learned is that I've started learning how to trade by living here in New York, which is the financial capital of the world. I work for some of the biggest traders on Wall Street. You probably hear that a lot from everyone else. Oh, I worked on the floor. I did this. I did that. But how many of you actually know were day traders? Now, day trading, woo, that sounds scary. I don't understand why. That thing had built a bad name for itself. What happened in 2000 after the financial crisis? Well, you know what? It's actually easier to day trade than to swing trade. It's actually easier to swing trade than to option trade. So what's the easiest out of the three? It's day trading. Why? Because you make your money, you make your day's pay, and you can go on and finally say, you know what? I made money. I know what I made. I know what I lost. Tomorrow's a new day. It's not like, oh, let me see how this thing works out at the end of the year, and then I'll cash out. So you can't do that. Okay, that's not day trading. It's a job. It's not investing. How I got into it is that I was very successful. I started when I was 22. I was semi-retired by the age of 24. Wasn't healthy for 24 to be retired, but I wanted to get to the next level, and I hated splitting my profits with my brokerage firm. The only way I could have been successful is I had to train other people to do what I do. I wasn't looking to get into the brokerage business, but I wanted to find a group of traders that, I could train, that we can kind of just work together. And hopefully you're going to be one of those people. Over the years, we've been endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. We have the best rating on a Better Business Bureau. We got a 5-star rating on Google. Why is that? Because we don't educate everybody. Okay. We selectively pick people who we think are right for our group. So just to let you know, every one of you are going to get the opportunity to come witness what Cybertron University was built on and how we train our customers. I'm going to invite you all into our trading room, but do not be discouraged if we tell you, sorry, it's not for you, because we don't want to be responsible to know that we got you involved in the business, and then obviously it's not for you. And then and then all you think, oh, you're just like everybody else. That's not how it works. So hopefully this will be your last chance and your last stand of going to that level. So let me go. Now that you know a little bit about myself, I want to get to know a little bit about you guys. Why do you trade? Okay. At the end of the day, it's about making money. That's it. You don't want to be like, oh, this is so nice. We got nice
free food. They gave me a free computer. I want a free car. They're giving away. That's not what you want. You know what? Go out and make your own money. Okay. Don't worry about people giving you free stuff, because nothing is free in this world, which I still understand why people think there are. Somebody's paying for it. But you know what? Go out and make your own money. That's what it's all about. By doing that, you got to know how to trade. So I want to do a quick poll question. I want to get to know a little bit about everyone that's in here. Can you guys just tell me, I just put up a poll. Could you tell me what kind of trader you are? Are you a stock trader, options, futures, Forex? Just let me see how everybody answers this question. All right. Let's give you guys about another minute. Not a minute, a couple of more seconds here. All right, let me end the poll. And I'm going to share the results. So that's nice. We got most of you are trading stocks, which is great. Now, I like to trade stocks because, you know what? They talk about it all day on TV, right? How often do you hear them talk about futures? How often? I see you've got some Forex traders. How often you turn on the TV, the financial stations, if it's Fox Business, if it's CNBC, if it's Bloomberg News? You don't. It's all about the stock market. It's all about the stock market, the stock market, the stock market. They don't talk about the option market, very little. But you know what? There's nothing wrong about trading them, but you got to know how to trade the stocks first. It's just black and white. So let's talk about some stocks that we've been following. Now, do any of you guys follow me on YouTube? I know we have some new people here. You probably see me do some presentations in the past. I don't know if anybody follows on YouTube, but I'm on live every morning at 9 a.m. Okay, I'll have my staff just put that link up there. Actually, it's up there now. Just click on that and just subscribe to us, like us, and you'll be able to get in there. Okay. You follow me on Twitter? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. Tiger. So anyway, you obviously know we're going into a new chapter of a presidency, of a new Congress, of a new coronavirus. It's just like we all could agree, we just want to wipe out 2020 out of our head. Okay. It was a disaster. Okay. But give me another 2020. I'll take that every day of the year, because 2020 as a trader was a phenomenal year for us. Unfortunately, catastrophes make opportunities. I don't know if you know that. Okay. So as much as you might not like what happened or what's going on, or maybe you're ecstatic what happened, at the end of the day, the market was very, very volatile. We saw the Dow go from 30,000 down to 18, back up to 31 we're at right now. It has just been one big roller coaster. I've been through a lot of them. I've been through the 95 correction, the 2000 financial internet bubble, the financial crisis, 9/11, and also now. But now what's going on right now? There are different industries that move. Like, for example, have you guys been following the pot stocks? Okay. The pot stocks have just been on a tear. You got a new administration that's coming in. I live here in New York. They want to legalize it. Listen, I'll tell you right now, I am so against pot. I hate pot. I don't think it should be legalized. Okay. You might think I'm wrong. Okay. Which is okay, which we can have that debate, but that's not going to stop me from buying a pot stock. I don't hold it against them. Okay. I might not like what they're doing, but doesn't mean I can't make money with it as a trader. You think I'm going to go out there? I'm like, you know what? I'm against pot. I'm going to short this thing. Oh yeah. Let me know how that's working out for you, because that's why people lose in today's market. Okay. How about this? Here's a couple of pot stocks. Look at these things. Look, from October, stock went from 16. It's at 33. Okay. TLRY just in the last couple of days, even just today. I'll even bring it up right now. You want to see something cool? I mean, you telling me that you're going to not trade TLRY? Look at this thing. This is just today. It ran from 15, it ran to 19. How are those apples? Oh, you're really against it? You want to short it? Go right ahead. See how that works out for you. Okay. There's a couple other ones that were also moving that did pretty well. Crohn's, all of them. Okay. ACB, another one. Okay. So how do we find these stocks? Okay. And it's not just pot stocks. What's going on with the economy right now? You got a new presidency that's coming in. They're going to do whatever they can to push in a $2 trillion, stimulus package. What do you think is going to happen to the market? Okay. The market wants that. Now, you might be against it and say, but what about our kids? Who's going to pay for that down the road? Do you really think they care? But as a trader, I care because that's going to make certain stocks move. Okay. Look what's going on with cryptocurrency. You can't print more Bitcoin. So when you're looking at it, the thing was only 15, 20,000 less than 2 weeks ago. What do we have? 40,000? And look at some of the stocks. Some of you are like, how do you trade Bitcoin? Well, you know what? There's Riot, the blockchains, they were doing great. So once again, how do I know this? Right? I'm not a genius. I'm not an analyst. Okay. I was taught to be quiet, follow the money. That's all you have to do. And everything just kind of makes sense. Once you think that you know something about the market, you're going to blow up your account, because it doesn't matter what you think. It's what the people who trade the most shares in it. Now, how do we find these stocks? It's very simple. I just worked through the big percentage gainers and losers. No crystal ball, no hidden special a gazillion dollar newsletter. Okay. No secret. If it's moving, it's going to be in the big percentage gainers and losers. And if it's there, one will trickle down to other things in the industry. That's just how it goes. Okay. What was the big thing that happened just a while ago? Okay. What's the biggest thing we got going on right now? The coronavirus, right? Do you really think it was coincidental that some of those companies that came out with the virus were in the big percentage gainers? We think just happened to be there, which, by the way, at the end of this presentation, when I invite all of you guys come into my trading room, you all start getting ready to register, you're going to watch a video, which was one of the last videos that I've done, speakings I've done at the NASDAQ Center. I'll just show you really quick. You do not want to miss this. Okay. Let me just bring this up for you. CTU.co. Just going to bring this up over here. It's our website. And there's this video right here. And Medora, the stock that had the FDA approval, wait till you see this video. And let me tell you something. NASDAQ would never invite us to come do a presentation if they thought that what we were teaching wasn't work, because what I'm about to show you is going to be very, very disturbing. What you're about to see, what I'm about to show you, you're going to realize, how in the hell could anybody not have this data? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. All right. So what is it? What will happen next? Okay. So this is an article that was on Benzinga. Okay. And, listen, there's some good companies out there. There's good places where to find your knowledge of what's moving and what markets and what's not. Listen, you got a Biden administration coming in. What are they really big with? The Green New Deal. You might be you say, oh my God, thank God we finally got somebody that's going to be able to save the environment, But for me, I'm like, oh, thank God we finally have somebody that's going to make some of the solar stocks move. Okay. So these are the things that we think as traders, not that we're bad people, but we just think about, we have to worry about our own pockets. Okay. We have to worry. I got to pay. I still got to pay my taxes. I still got to pay my insurance. I still got to pay, I got to pay for my kids going to college. I got to pay to go on my vacations. How am I going to do that? Okay. You got to look for those stocks that are moving in the market. So who is the smart money? Who are these people? It's the people on the street, the people like the mutual funds, the brokerage firms, the high frequency trades. Those are the people you have to watch. That is what makes the market move. Now, does anybody know what total view is? So actually, let me stop the results here. Let me make it a little bit easier. And I'm just going to ask everyone, does anyone here have level 3? Level 3, like some of you might, wait a minute, I thought there was only level 2. No, there's something called level 3. Okay, does anybody here have it? Just give me a yes or no. Just be honest with yourself. A couple of people are not answering. I don't know why. Bill, what about you? Elton, Gary, James, Joan, Joe, Keith, Kendall. Guys, don't be shy. Listen, if you don't be honest with yourself, you'll never succeed. Do you have level 3? Yes or no? or you're not sure? Just answer the question. No one's gonna rat you out to your mom. No one's gonna tell your parents or your wife or your husband, whatever it is. Okay. All right. You could see that 70% of you don't know what it is, don't have it. Okay. Now, Tiger, I like his eyes. I never heard of it before. Good. So basically, that's a no. What you're about to see is what I do presentations for NASDAQ. I've been there several times. They want you to know, to understand how the market works. And it's amazing how many of you guys out there don't even know this even exists. So let me explain to you, and please don't get upset. The only reason who you should get upset with is the person who trained you prior and didn't tell you about this. Now, this is how Wall Street trades. Let me get my little pointer out here. Okay, so everybody find my little dot. So what we're looking at, this is actually called an ECN book, Electronic Communication Network. This is basically, I believe it or not, I helped develop, I was the beta testers when these first came out back in 1995, okay? I was actually one of the main reasons why electronic trading became what it is today. If you read any of the old books, you probably heard of the So's Bandits. I was one of them. Now, we helped develop this platform, and I'll explain to you how it works. I'm not going to tell you why, the history. We'll teach you that in class, but let me just show you how it works. You are looking at the market like you have a seat on the exchange. Do you ever go to an auction and like, oh, you can't go to car auctions. It's only dealers can go there or whatever. This is the floor of the exchange. You are seeing every single order that whoever's trading DraftKings on the NASDAQ market. It's basically what it is. So you got your buyers, which makes support levels, and you have sellers, what make resistance levels, right? See, over here, we don't teach you support and resistance. We just teach you buyers and sellers. And I'll get into that too. And some of you are going to be like, what the hell you just said? Yes, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the thing is this, you're looking at every buyer out there at every single dollar amount. And you're seeing every seller out there at every dollar amount. So how does this help us? Well, hello, what makes stocks go up and go down is buyers and sellers. That's it. Not support, not resistance, not volume, not Congress, not the president. It's buyers and sellers. How do you see that? By looking at total view. Now, how do we use this? How do we use this knowledge? I mean, okay, so now you're looking at the data. And some of you might look at it, and I hear this all the time. You're like, it just seems very confusing, just a lot of numbers. Like, we're going to get there. You don't need to look at all of them. You need to look at just maybe only 5% of them. And I'll show you how that works. We're looking at a stock symbol, PLTR. Now, I assume a lot of you know how to read a chart, okay? Stock started at 9:30 this morning, went all the way down to 24.50. Stopped at 24.50. Didn't go to 22. Didn't bounce at 26. It picked 24.50. Why? Why 24.50? Is that something with the stars? Is it because Mr. Fibonacci said so? Is it because and MACD? Exactly. Okay. What everyone's just saying that Mike and Bill and Tiger and all of you is because somebody out there had a limit order to buy it at $24.50. So how do we see that data? Well, when you look over here on the level 3 on total view, you could see that there are 21 orders around the entire world that make up 58,000 shares at $24. Okay. It could be me. It could be you. It could be, it could be the owner of PLT. It could be anybody. Okay. But if you look on this list, there are buyers at every price level, at every single penny. But 100 shares doesn't indeed do anything to me. 200, 400, 58,000. That's what we call an iceberg order. Okay. So it's almost like common sense. They're like, what do you think is going to happen when the stock gets to 24.50? Exactly what you see in the chart. It hits that price and it goes right up. Now, let's look at a resistance level. Here you have a stock, Workhorse. Stock goes at 1850, goes all the way up, stops, runs from 9:30 to 1 o'clock. For some reason, it decides it wants a reverse course at 24. Why couldn't it do it at 22? Why couldn't it do it at 27? Why 24? What's with this 24 number? Oh, I know 24. 24 is my birthday. I don't know what the only reason you could tell yourself 1,000 different ways. There's only one reason why I went down from 24 is because there was a 54,000 share seller right here on the bottom of 24. You really think a 200 share seller is going to make a resistance levels? You really think a 100 share seller? Everyone's showing hundreds. It's this one order, this one price with all those shares out there. That's the only reason why. Okay, and you know what? If you didn't have a game plan and didn't know to get out of it, guess what? Just drop down to 2050. Oh, I should have sold it. Why did I get greedy? How did I not know it was going to go down? Oh, now the 200 moving average is telling. Listen, we don't teach you the past like some other people do. We're not the indicators. We're not laggers. We are leaders. A leader looks on what is down the road. When you drive a car, do you look behind you or you look in front of you? Okay. Well, when using an indicator, guess what? You're a laggard. You're looking behind you. Okay. And guess what? If you don't look in front of you, you're going to crash. Us traders at Cybertron University, the way we train you is to predict the future, not to worry about the past. And that's what everyone doesn't understand. You have to have a game plan, because if you didn't, that nice little winner probably end up as a loser. So everybody ready to have a little fun? By the way, anybody confused? Did I lose anybody? I just want to stop and ask any question. Did I lose anybody here? Tiger, Tiger, you're pretty aggressive. Not aggressive, very chatty. Good for you. I'm glad. What about you, Joey? No. Everyone? Mike, good. Terry, Carrie, good. Lewis, everybody's fine? All right, good. Everybody ready? Let's have a little fun. All right. I'm going to do a poll question right here. Could you guys tell me, is this stock going up or going down? Let's see how you guys answer this question. Right away. First thing comes to your mind. When you look at this chart, what do you think the stock's doing? Up or down? All right. So as everybody's doing the poll, we're going to give it 5 more seconds. I don't know why some of you have not answered yet. I don't know what you're thinking about, but what's the first thing comes to your mind? If the light's red, what do you do? If the light's green, what do you do? Oh, I think you're supposed to go. Oh, it's red. I got to check on my computer and check my indicator. I think it means stop, but I'm not too sure. Listen, trading doesn't work that way. It's black or white. Okay. It's green or red. What do you think the stock is going to do? By the way, no disrespect to anybody here. If you can't answer this question, you should quit trading right now. Okay. And there's about 5% of you that said it was going up. If you're not joking, if you're serious, you should quit trading right now. You're really not going to be a good fit for CTU, because you'll end up hurting me. If you told me the stock was going up and I was trading and be like, oh, hi, Mike. Oh, you think the stock's going up? And I end up buying it and lose money, I'm going to be a little ticked off at you. Okay. You're not a good fit. So if you didn't answer the question because you don't know, that means 2 things. You're overanalyzing it, or you just basically don't. I don't know. I don't know what could it be. But if you did answer the question, you're absolutely correct. You know what? You just passed kindergarten. That's what I tell everybody. Just passed the 1st grade. Now, let's go to the next question. Share the results. You can see the results. Okay. Now, what do we need for the stock to stop going down? Okay. Can everybody just tell me in the trading room, What do we need for it to stop going lower? Congratulations. Everybody in the chat room just put that in. You just graduated the first grade. You need buyers. It's so funny how so many of you here didn't say, oh, you need support level. Everyone talks about support levels. No, you're absolutely right. Donald, Joan, James, Nancy. Did I miss anybody? And Elton. You need buyers. Do you see buyers on a chart? No. So what the hell is a chart doing for you? It's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. Okay. So what do we need? Let's go look at level 3. So we're looking at the stock INO. We know it's going down. I got to have a game plan. My game plan is this. Where are the next substantial buyers? And when you look over here, you got 219,000 share buyers sitting at $12.60. 73 people around the world are looking to buy that stock. Do you really think that you're smarter than that guy? Do you know how much money that is right there? That's over what? Over $2 million worth of stock. You bought 100 shares like what most people are out there showing. Would you buy $1,200 worth of stock? You're talking over $2 million. Who do you want to be on? The guy that's looking to buy 200 shares, or the guy that's looking, the person selling 200 shares, or the guy that's looking to buy 219,000 shares? You understand? It's almost like common sense. And that's what frustrates me, because people think like, is it really that easy? You're damn right it is. You know what the hardest part about trading is? The greed and the discipline. That's it. You overanalyze things more than what they are. And let me tell you, when I started, by the way, let me just point this out. When I started 25 years ago, I sat in a boardroom. When I got interviewed for a job, they, because I wanted to be a trader, the first thing they did was they went in there and they showed all the employees, the new people that was going for the job. This is how we trade. And everybody's like, everyone, just like you guys. Oh, I got it. Oh yeah. Is it that easy? Like, yeah, it's that easy. Do you know what? You know what prevented everybody to continue to be a trader at the company? Because 95% of them did not continue. They're like, good. It costs $1,000 a month for this data. Now, you're a 22-year-old kid. I'm talking 25 years ago. Where you might get $1,000 a month to pay for this stuff? Like $1,000? They're like, yeah, you got to pay the exchange. It's like buying a seat on the exchange. It costs $1,000 a month. Now, everybody here would probably be like, wow, this is pretty good news. 70% of the volume. I don't think a bunch of you are going to be jumping on the bandwagon to start dishing out $1,000 a month. But what if I told you this? It cost only $15 a month. They lowered the price down to $15 a month. Would you pay $15 to know where 90%, 70, 80% of where all the buyers and sellers are? Would you do that right now, everybody? Good. A lot of smart people in here. Okay? A lot of smart people. Well, guess what? It's not even going to cost you $15. But if you go directly through us, we'll show you how it will only cost you $9, which is even cheaper, okay? Because I don't want you to buy it. I got to show you how to use it first. That's the most important thing. But anyway, we've got a lot more to cover, okay? Now, look what happened in NEO when it came down to that big buyer over there at $12.60. It went from $12.60 and went right back up to $13.80. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock at $12.60, and you sold it at $13.60, that's $1 on 1,000 shares. It's $1,000. You do that every day. It's $250,000. Who doesn't want that job? Oh, the guy didn't want to pay $1,000 a month. Or maybe some of you that didn't want to raise your hand and pay $15. Okay, I get it. I understand. I'm not going to be offended by it. But then that's what separates of who I'm looking for to be part of my team. And then somebody is just looking to buy a newsletter and win a free computer, okay? Or try to enter to win a car. If you're looking for free stuff, you're in the wrong room. And like I said, please don't take it in a bad way. I've been doing this for too long. I see people lose so much money in trading, and a lot of it has to do about ignorance and just really that they would never took the time to learn from the right people to do it. I'd rather you give your money to a stockbroker than try to figure out on your own. It's not worth it. It's not hard, but you do need the support to do that. Now, let's go look at Uber really quick, okay? Could everybody tell me where in theory do you think Uber is going to hit resistance? Let's see how you guys answer this question. Where is resistance on Uber? Well, some of you are already right. Where's resistance? On the sell side, right? Resistance obviously is resisting the stock from going any higher. Where are those resistance levels? On the right-hand side. Work your way on the right-hand side, and you try to point out where are the big sellers. Okay, Nancy, Mark, Don, Lewis, Tiger, Sam, Daryl, Julie, you got it wrong. Mike, you got it wrong. Look closely. Look where the big, Sam, you got it wrong too. Look where the big sellers are. All right, good. There you go. I like Renzo picked up both of them. You got a 200,000 share seller at 2140, and you got another 63,000 share seller at 5150. Without looking at some stupid chart, without looking at some dumb indicator, without looking at some heat seeker platform, without looking at some newsletter, I don't care what you're looking at. That is where the biggest sellers are. Without looking at anything else, you just common sense. You got 300,000 shares. Several $1 million is sitting specifically sold at that number. You're going to question that? Well, guess what? Explain that to people looking at this chart. Oh, Uber, it's going up. Look at that chart. It's gorgeous. Whatever. It's going higher. Now, don't look at it where it is today. I'm looking at this moment in time right here. Okay? Right at this moment in time. Because when you look at this and you look at that, guess what? It's a little too late. Look what happened after 11 o'clock. Remember? 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Didn't go anywhere. Why? Why is it having such a hard time breaking? It had no problem going from 49 to 51 in about an hour. Why is it only had gone up less than 20, 30 cents in the past several hours? Because that seller out there. And if you're not seeing those, you're trading blind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the biggest failures of today's market. Now, listen, this is not the Fausto indicator. I didn't invent this. This is just how Wall Street trades. This is how Wall Street trades. And let me tell you something. When I start showing you something even bigger and better, I'm going to show you something else that's even better than that. Have any of you guys ever heard of level 4? Level 4? Yeah, level 4. Anybody heard of it? You just went to introduce level 3. How about level 4? This is level 4. You want anyone that knows their indicators? I'll show you how indicators work. Big seller right here. This stock had a big seller at $6.90. He got executed. Boom, it broke through it. Hit another iceberg order out here. Didn't want to break it. Boom, came right back down. Another seller came out there for over 300,000 shares. Didn't want to sell it. Boom, came right back down. Seller now look at it. It's testing a big seller right here. How much is he there now? He's gone. He pulled his order. That was a 50,000 share seller. He's not there anymore. Guy got executed. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen when a seller gets executed? Everybody. Big seller. This is real time, by the way. Exactly. It's going up. Do you need an indicator to tell you that? Because look what the stock is doing. That seller got done. Look at the stock go up beautifully. Look at that. 740, 750, 760, 20 cents in less than what? Actually, more than that. Almost 50 cents in less than what? 3 minutes? I'll take that. 1,000 shares, $500. Thank you very much. All right. So what do we call these? These are called iceberg orders. This is what we call them here at Cybertron University. I came up with that word about 20 years ago after watching the movie The Titanic. Everybody's more concerned about what's on top of the water. They didn't realize it's not what's on top of the water. It's what's on the bottom. That's where the iceberg is. And if you didn't have the right radar, guess what? You're going to crash. So think of this as level 2 and the bottom one is level 3. So keep it as that. Now, the next question people always ask me, Fausto, I heard these are fake orders. Well, guess what? Anybody use time and sales? Ever heard of it? Ever use it? That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the confirmation of every transaction that takes place in the stock. By having your default set properly, you could just look at the time and sales and know exactly where the direction is going. By the way, if you're looking at a chart, where do you think a chart gets its data from? Where do you think an indicator gets its data from? From time and sales. So by you going out there and not using time and sales, you're a lagger. People like, well, it moves so fast. Listen, I'm a tape reader. If you read any of the old books, if you read my book, How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game, you'll see I talk specifically what's tape reading. That's how we were trained. And that's how I teach my traders. By reading the tape, you'll know exactly where the direction the stock is going. You'll know if they're real orders, fake orders, cancel orders, wherever they are. But if you keep looking at the chart, you're always behind the 8 ball. Now, let's go back to Uber. Remember we had that big seller right there? You see them right there, those big sellers? Okay. So let's go back to the chart. Remember when we said like, oh, it never broke it and it kept hovering? Well, guess what? It did break it. But I thought you couldn't break it. Of course it could break it. If somebody's buying it, somebody went out there and started buying all 300,000 shares. And guess what? And then you look at the stock like, holy crap, the stock just ran like $3 like that. Of course it is. A huge seller, somebody bought it from him. That just caused a huge demand. By the way, you think you're the only one that are watching this? The big institutions are watching that. Maybe the owner of Uber. I don't know who it is. All I know is look at all these transactions. Green, 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 green. That means every trade is going off on the offer. That means that guy on the offer was getting executed. And that's why it went up. Did you need an indicator to tell you that? Did you need somebody on, on YouTube to tell you how much money he made? It's going to tell you that. Did you have to get a newsletter to tell you that? You see, you have to learn how to think for yourself, not to watch other people. You got to learn how to play the game because it's all it is. And part of the game is just following the money. How difficult is that? But you got to take the time to learn to do it right. If you're not, you're just going to blow up your account. You have the opportunity of being one of the greatest jobs. You hear politically, everyone's always talking about, we got to tax Wall Street. Wall Street's got to pay for this. Wall Street's got to, why do they keep attacking Wall Street? It's like the high techs. They keep attacking the high techs, right? Forget about the high techs. Let's talk about Wall Street because that's who we are. Because we make so much money. And you know what? Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous that somebody found a way to make money easier than you. Just join them. You could just join them. There's nothing against you. You're not doing anything wrong or illegal or dangerous. This is just another job. You're stuck at home with COVID. You're not going anywhere. You don't even know if you have a job. Some of you don't even know if you have a business anymore. Oh, what about everybody's worried about the stimulus package. Everybody's worried about PPP. Everybody's worried about, a handout with a check with an entitlement. Yeah. How's that going to work out for you? What's that going to make you last? A couple of months, a couple of days? How about doing this for the rest of your life? How many of you here are retired or have a pension? You think you're going to live off that? Come on. You got to build on it. Just wasting your time. Just got to surround yourself with the right people to do it. But don't be confused and be greedy. Here at Cybertron University, listen, You look at these platforms, you're like, Jesus, I don't want to learn another platform, this and that. There's another one, telling me why his indicator is the best. Listen, what we teach is the KISS method. Keep it super simple. That's about it. You don't need to make things complicated. You actually making more complicated than what it is. You're actually making it harder on yourself. You want to go out there and go on a diet? Yeah. I'm going to give you a great metaphor. Okay. Anyone ever been here on a diet before? I think we all have, right? When you're on the 17th diet and realize it doesn't work, I'm going to tell you the best and easiest and fastest way how to lose weight, which a lot of people will not do. You know what it is? Go hire a personal trainer and go get a nutritionist. Oh, but that costs money. Okay, great. When you have people involved in your life, you have no choice to make it succeed. Same thing about trading. When you have people like us that are involved in your life to make you succeed, that's going to make you succeed. You want to go figure it out on your own? No problem. Let me know how that diet works out for you. I've been doing this for too long, and I've seen too many people blow up their accounts. Okay? They go out there, they try to do it. But with us, we're going to give you journals. We're going to review your journals. We're going to tell you what you did wrong and right. You might not like what you hear. We might be brash a little bit here on the edges, but you know what? At the end of the day, we don't want you to get hurt. That's how you become very successful in trading. You need a good coach. I hate to say this. Anybody here follow football? We have any football fans out there? Anyway, okay, a couple of you. Okay, great. So unfortunately, I'm a Jet fan. Okay. And being here in New York, I've been a Jet fan my whole life. I wish I was never raised as a Jet fan, but unfortunately, I can't change. We're looking for a new coach. How hard is it, right? Because when you're cheap and you're ignorant, you don't get the right guy, you don't pay the right money for it, you'll never have a successful team. Now, I know there's a lot more moving parts that come to it, but at the end of the day, it starts by having a coach. But imagine a football team not even having a coach. We're just going to go out there and play because I could bench 400 pounds 20 times. Because I could run the 440, in 4 seconds. Okay. You still need a coach. Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer in the world, he's got like 15 coaches. Why does he even need them? You need a coach too. You need a mentor. You need a team. You can't do this by yourself. Listen, you don't have to make a lot of money to make this very successful. Look at Riot, for example. In one day, the stock goes from 20 to 24. You don't need 40. You don't need $4,000. You don't need 44 cents. If you just made 50 lousy cents in that stock at 500 shares, what is that? A $12,000 investment? Which, like I said, you don't need a lot of money to do this. You make $250. That's a $50,000 salary at the end of the day. But I could have made $4. I don't care about the $4. All we care about, did you make your day's pay? Go tell somebody out in construction how hard it is to make $250 a day. Okay? You go tell me how that works out. Where here you are just pushing one button and another button. It's as simple as that. In less than 30 minutes. So anyway, guys, I want to get right to the end because I got to get ready for the close. And I want to get everybody registered here to come and join my trading room because I want to show you, every one of you, that it's not about me. It's not about my instructors, my staff. It's about, can we teach you how to think for yourself? Can we teach you how to stop controlling, your losses, not worrying about the winners? So I want to invite every single one of you in a minute, but please keep in mind, I know a lot of you here have taken courses with other people. And sometimes it takes a couple of times before you find the right person. So please don't get sold on just one person. You need to constantly go out there. If you take a course with somebody else, it's okay to try someone else's stuff. Because this is how I explain it. If you learn from somebody and you don't see progress within 30 to 60 days, if you don't see you're making money, not that they're bad people, you're pretty much wasting your time. It's probably not for you. Maybe they made it too complicated. That's where it comes down to it. So, I hear people they tell them, oh, you got a demo trade for 6 months. I'm like, 6 months? How are you paying bills in 6 months? How do you know it's going to be good for you after 6 months? You're wasting your time. Okay. It doesn't take long to learn this. Imagine what I taught you in an hour. Imagine when you'll learn in a week. Imagine where you'll be in 30 days. I didn't even train you yet. I didn't show you anything. I just showed you kindergarten stuff. Wait till I start showing you other stuff. You're going to fall off your chair. It's not that hard, guys. So this is why Cybertron University has been endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. And we're very proud of that. You know how hard it is to build a reputation? You know how hard it is to get me go on Charles Schwab to do a presentation? You know how hard it is for me to go on Thinkorswim to do a presentation? Do you think their compliance department is going to have Fausto Pugliese speak to their audience and teaching people things that they shouldn't know? Believe me, don't worry about doing your homework. They've done it on their own. Now, Cybertron University has a 5-star rating on Google. We like to keep it that way. If it's, that alone, like just to show you to be in business that long is very impressive. Now, this is what I'm looking to do. I want to invite every one of you to come in my trading room. Now, the reason why we want you to invite you in our trading room is we want you to see other people if they're making money doing it. That's all. We want you to go out there and not judge us on our winners. We want you to judge us on our losers and see how few we have and how we control them and how we get out of them. But look at the other traders, see how they make money, see why they're getting in and out of it. Okay. And see, like, hell, if I could teach an 80-year-old grandma to do it, make 6 figures, why can't I teach you to do it? Now, I don't trade all day. We trade from 8 a.m. in the morning to about 10:30, and then we pick up about 2:30 to 4 o'clock. So if you're an early bird, you're a late bird, whatever it is, there's 2 times where things move. That's where we do most of our trades. All right. So it's not a full-time job. But we're going to talk about, and here we're going to talk about losing trades. We're going to talk about, we do a traders talk webinar. We do a lot of stuff. You're going to see, the customer service. You're going to see the professionalism, the strategies, all that stuff, because we want to make sure you're making a very good decision before you do it. Okay. We want to know what you're getting yourself involved in. You really have nothing to lose but to gain. And then here comes the beauty part about it. I'm only going to ask for $9. That's it. $9. 9 lousy stinking dollars. People look at it like, why so cheap? Well, listen, I don't know who you are. Sometimes we get some hecklers. Sometimes we get competitors. Listen, if you don't have $9 to spare, then obviously you're not for us. Okay. To train somebody is a lot of work, but I don't know if you're a real person. If I didn't convince you now, I'm definitely not going to convince you in a week in the trading room. But all I'm asking is for $9, fill out an application fee. Let us do our due diligence on you. Let us show you what's going on. And then we're going to have a talk and we'll see how we can continue. But this is what you need to get for $9. You're going to get 1 week in our live trading room. You're going to get 3 daily market meetings, a morning and afternoon watch list. You can actually talk to a personal education advisor. Okay. Not some guy on a chat room. Okay. You're going to talk to our staff. You have to make sure that when you make that investment, it's not the money, it's your time. And you want to make sure that you got into the right program because you all need to learn how to trade. And by the way, as a bonus right now, if you register right now, I will personally give you a coaching class. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we're a right fit. All right. Think of you going for surgery. You're not going to consult the doctor before you go into some major surgery and get put under a knife, or you're just going to listen to what you read on the internet. Oh, this guy must be good. Let me go check in and pay for it. It doesn't work that way. We do things very, very strict here. We take very careful. And like I told you, I wouldn't be in business for 25 years if I was not doing it this way. So go out there, take the $9. You got the link right there. Do the trial. And you know what? At the end of the week, if it doesn't work out, I'll give you your $9 back. Honestly, I don't need your $9. You need me, then I need you. And the only way you're going to know that is when you see what everyone else is doing in the trading room, because we're going to make money together. That's where it comes down to it. Now, before we go, does anyone have any questions as you guys are registering? Anyone have any questions? Rich, we got 17 spots left. Well, that was pretty quick. Okay. Any other questions? Now, by the way, don't go anywhere because we're going to play a video of me on NASDAQ that's going to talk a little bit more about total view. And this is right at the bottom of the crash of the coronavirus. Okay. So that's going to be, that's where it's going to come down to it. Now, listen, guys, trading, what you saw in a week, like what you saw here within the hour, imagine what you saw within 10, 15 minutes, shadowing brokerage firms, following orders, keeping things simple. Let me just bring this back to you. Okay. Remember I told you about that big seller out there on level 4? Remember that big seller out there? Look what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Look what happened. There was a 70, look at this. How big is he? 60,000. Look at this order out there. And this guy was out there. I'm going back. He's been out there since 12 o'clock. It is now 1 o'clock. When it got to him, he didn't let go. And if you didn't know that, guess what? The stock went from $8 down to $6.50. You would have blown up your account. Why? Because you didn't follow the money. You didn't follow the money. And this is level 4. I just taught you level 3. So this is what trading's all about. If you knew that, guess what? You could have shorted the stock. You could have shorted it. And in a matter of what? 10 minutes? Made yourself a nice dollar like that. Thank you very much. I'm going to hit the golf course. I'm going to go get my hair done. I might go see a matinee. Well, I can't see a matinee because of the coronavirus. There's no movies going on. But does that seem hard? It all starts by learning from successful traders. So I think we're almost sold out. By the way, if you guys don't get registered, if you miss some of the spots, you're still going to talk to an instructor. Okay. Can I purchase the mentoring session from you? I want the net. Herman, listen, I don't want you to purchase anything other than $9 right now. Okay. Go out there, pay the $9, get in the trading room, and then we'll talk about the other stuff later. Don't worry. I don't want anybody buying anything other than the $9. That's it. And if you can't afford $9 and you really can't afford to trade. All right. And where it comes down to it, we're not looking, trading is not for free. It's a lot of work. And you don't want somebody to work for free for you because that's all it's worth. They're not going to take you seriously. You can't sit there and watch YouTube channels all day. You've probably done your homework. You probably realized it. Remember what I told you? After you do the 17th diet, you're going to realize, well, maybe if I just hired an instructor, maybe that would work it out. And that's how it goes. All right. Well, Herman, like I said, talk to your education advisor and he'll take care of that for you. All right. All right, cyber traders, fellow traders, I'm going to get back to my trading room. You could see right here. I'm going to bring it up and share it with you. This is the room that you guys are going to be in right here. This is the room that we're in right now. You're going to have access to this room. You can see all the traders are in there talking away. You can see the chat room. We're sharing the screen, all that stuff. So you guys are going to get access to our new room and look forward to seeing you all in there. Now, listen, you're going to get a couple of videos. You're going to talk to an education advisor. Make sure you talk to them because you're going to get lost. Get in that room, learn, let them tell you a little bit about the room so you know what to expect. We don't want you to go in there blind. All right. We want you to know what's going on and then you'll see what's going on, what goes from there. But I probably would say maybe start, go watch the videos over the weekend. Maybe start fresh on Monday. To me, when it's fresh in your mind, I would start right away. Don't waste any time, especially after everything that's been going on. It's going to be pretty volatile. The market's been really fun lately. So let's go out there and do it together. But listen, you got to learn before you could earn. So thank you very much for being here. I wish everyone a happy and healthy new year. Take care of you. Make sure you please listen to the science when it comes to the coronavirus. And you know what? There's no safer place than being in the trading room. All right. Let's go make some money together. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading and look forward to seeing you all in my trading room. Bye-bye.
Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Fausto Pugliese, the founder and president of Cybertron University. We're going to take a look at how traders are using Total View. And Fausto, it could not be a better time to have you in with us at Marketplace because